Catholic Boys High School and goes on to a career in finance, becoming a registered Boston stockbroker in the early 1990s. The story around town is that Paladino is a local boy made good, one who never forgets his roots. In 2008, Paladino opens the Ice Cream Works ice cream shop on West Roxbury's main commercial drag. Paladino's wife Lori does the books, and his sons, including 31-year-old Gregory, help to man the store.
First, I recall of hearing about Steve Paladino when he opened his ice cream shop on Center Street, right in the major business district.
Boston District Attorney Dan Conley also lives in West Roxbury.
It was an easy walk from my house, and I took my kids down there a couple of times for ice cream. But, his reputation around town was hail fellow, well met. He was thought to be a good average contributor might make, so he was highly thought of by a number of folks, opinion shapers in our community.
From a small office above the store, Paladino runs a company called Viking Financial Group, where he's moved from stocks into bridge loans and begins taking on investors.
It was a pretty simple idea that he would make loans to businesses primarily at a rate that was higher than they would pay if they went to, say, a banking institution of some sort. He would charge the person getting a loan from him a relatively high rate and then pay his investors something less than that. They would get a nice profit, as would he.
His partners are his wife Lori, son Gregory, and a local businessman named Ernest Buzzy Nassif.
Well, he was successful. Now, since he then was successful, he was able to pitch the program to members of his own family and members to his extended family and even some good and close friends.
Dr. Ron Nassif, a retired orthopedic surgeon, is Buzzy Nassif's younger brother.
I trusted my brother like a child trusts their parent. My brother was in business and administration. He knew the flow of cash, followed numbers. I was in the 60s, and as we grew up, the brothers, and would start our own families, we bought homes locally. One brother across the street, another brother around the corner, my uncle and aunt and cousins here. I myself just live a few streets away.
So when Buzzy Nassif presents the investment opportunity to his siblings, aunts, and uncles, many of them get on board. Wouldn't sell him on anything less than a secure opportunity. Dr. Nassif decides to go in big.
I was recently divorced. My business was slowing down, so talking to my brother, who I trusted as much as any man could trust another, I started liquidating some bank accounts and closing out some retirement funds, well into six figures. My brother explained by making out the checks to Paladino, it was easier for him to roll it over into a mortgage for an upcoming borrower.
Whatever reservations he may have had are quickly calmed when the first series of loans come due, and Dr. Nassif sees a 12% return on his money. Over the next 3 years, he puts in more than $1 million.
I was getting my interest every month, and often I was rolling it over, building up the investment. And I always had my brother reassuring me that their business was growing. Every month, we're up to 7 million, we're up to 7.5 million. It was very...
This business plan seems a win-win for everyone, but is any of it real?
He was buddies with these guys. He dines with these people. They were at his house for a Christmas party. They just took their money.
The house was being transferred to Stephen Paladino for $100, and the house was worth well over $350,000.
8 a.m. in Boston. The city gets itself up and working, and Stephen Paladino heads to his weekday meeting spot, the morning hub of the West Roxbury neighborhood.
Well, we're here in the center of West Roxbury, and it was at this Dunkin' Donuts that Stephen Paladino would basically hold court every morning.
Dr. Ron Nassif has invested more than $1 million in Paladino's Viking Financial Group and likes to check on his investment.
He'd be joined by one or both sons, pretty much an all-male environment. A number of us investors, my brother Buzz often join us.